The reality that needs to be said out loud is that as black men age, their desirability increases. And the exact opposite is true for black women. As we age, doesn't matter how much money we accumulate, our degrees or professional accolades, the reality is that our marriage and partnership market value is depreciating with every passing year. If you are a young black woman in college, and you know in your heart that you want to prioritize family, I suggest that you simultaneously pursue that MRS degree right along with that BA or JD.
Okay, so that's Eboni K. Williams. I remember her. She went viral last year about not dating a bus driver.
What?
Okay,
she didn't want to date a bus driver.
She didn't want to date a bus driver because he don't make enough money. But before y'all start talking, I'm gonna play the next video of her right now. This is the next video.
Hey,
she won't date a bus driver, but had to. Here this bitch said she won't date a bus driver, but had to have a baby artificially put in her pussy. What the fuck is wrong with this bitch? That is insanity if you ever saw it. I'm talking about cuckoo. She had to buy a family and have it put in.
That ain't cheap.
Man, listen, man, these are the women we got to choose from out here. She's supposed to be elite. Only elite to a fool.
That's why she don't have a fool. She don't have one.
Now that's really a pop-up baby right there. Instead of letting the bus driver dick you down when he get off work, you would rather have something slid in you. She has information on who was the donor. Because you can look at the bitch and tell she want to pick through what babies she want, but she don't want the responsibility that God gave her to be a woman of substance. She's a woman who accepts substance in her sack so she could skeet out a creature in a few months.
He went the fuck off. He went off.
So how do y'all feel about? So I'm gonna give y'all the backstory. So Eboni K went viral last year because she one day a bus driver. Do y'all know who Iyanla Vanzant is? The therapist. Yeah. So she was having a conversation with Iyanla Vanzant, and Iyanla was basically trying to tell her about the men that she trying to date or find or whatever. But she said she one day a bus driver, so that went viral. Then she made a video about black men's desirability or value increases as they get older. Black women's diminishes, but typically most women's value diminish. Y'all can take it how you want to, but it diminishes because when men are typically looking for partners, they're looking for people that can have children. Y'all know after a certain time, y'all can't have kids. Okay, so that was that. Then she went and got artificially inseminated, right? But she won't date a bus driver, but she went and artificially got inseminated. So now she's basically made herself a single mother. And we see a lot of how that has translated into the black community, that she wants to be a single mother. Now, granted, she was dating a white man, but the white man ended up breaking up with her because during COVID time, she said he seemed to spend more time with his family, his children, more than her. So that was like the issue of why they broke up. So how do y'all feel about women forcing themselves to be baby mamas without even a man? How do y'all feel about it? Who want to take this first?
I just want to say she sound real confused.
She sound confused. Why you said that?
Because to not want to date a bus driver, but you get the IVF. The person that you probably got was a damn bus driver. So
well, you heard what he said. He said you got to pick through the type of men that you let impregnate you.
Probably work for Piggly Wiggly.
Okay, doing the buggies.
So this is a real question I'm asking. Do y'all think I'm gonna ask y'all this question? Do y'all think people actually like the clinics actually do like background checks to see if who you say you are?
I don't know. A sexual background checks though, right? Like,
what you think, Jalen? What you think?
Okay, Jalen. Jalen. We're at the end. He got it right, y'all. Hold on.
I know. I think your name right for a minute now. We've been on here almost 2 hours.
So I feel like she brought that on herself, but I do think they do backgrounds, and I think they do backgrounds just to make sure like they ain't on a run or they ain't got no warrants or they ain't no felon or stuff like that. I think they have like certain rules that you can donate sperm or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
So when she says she just went in there and she made her appointment, she probably had already had her mindset that she was okay to be a single mother. Not I'm gonna go find my baby daddy, which she can't find whenever she want anyways. So it's like
So I'm gonna ask you this question: is it better to go to the clinic to pick through men in the catalog, or is it better to just find your man on the street?
Find your man on the street. Because I can go to the club tomorrow and I can find my husband.
At the club, cousin? You could have found your husband. You could have found your husband in Plush last night when I ain't pull up. You could have found your husband.
First of all,
y'all
looking at the wrong place.
So
anyways,
hold on. Sorry, where you supposed to go to find your man?
The type of from what I've learned from my experience, I don't want to date no nigga in the club. On Third no more off the block. I want to go. I want a nigga in the art gallery, a nigga that go to auctions and shit like that. I want you the type of nigga you want. You got to go places that they go. Right. They ain't gonna be on Third, baby. Bar, if you're in Birmingham, okay, you go some wine tasting, some shit where a nigga go. You ain't gonna find a nigga you won't want.
Somebody told me, they said, you want a man that could build you a house, you better go to Home Depot.
Listen, that's you gonna find them.
Listen, I already know. My mama and probably to be mad. I don't care. Listen, girl, my mama was calling me, cussing me out in Florida. Like, girl, we running late on time. Girl, I had to put my auntie on hold. Literally, my auntie was sick on hold. I had to go to Home Depot and walk around and look like I'm looking for some towel. I ain't got a house to build.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about no house. I ain't got a blueprint, but I got one in my mind of the bed I want. So I go,
you want a nigga that
I go to Home Depot. I'm not going to hold you. Every time I get my hair did, every time I feel good, like I look good, I go to Home Depot. And that sounds crazy, but like,
it don't.
You're not going to find.
A nigga ain't going to put no good ass art or no bando, baby.
No, for real.
No raggedy ass apartment.
I'm going to be real with you. That's why. No offense to my people that be inviting me to certain places. I feel like now that I've hit a certain area in my life, certain places you should not see me in anymore. You will not see me.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, and it just makes sense. Like, if I want a man of a certain excellence, a certain class, I just got to introduce to. They have cigar lounges where they drink champagne and cigars, and you have to. I want to go somewhere where it's the dress code.
Yeah,
you can't go in there with no Jordans on.
Yeah,
put on them slacks, baby.
Smoke a weed, your lips black, motherfucker.
They smell like cigarettes.
So
pissed me off. Asking for
a whole pack of Newport.
So is it? You said it's Tasha, right? Miss Heath.
Yeah, that's what
said, what's the difference in getting a baby from the clinic and getting a jump off? At the end of the day, you're still a single parent. True. I'm going to say this. I'm going to answer that question. Well, at least you could pick genetically your baby. And the reason I say that is if you get a catalog and it's a doctor, he got to kind of have some type of level of IQ compared to just a nigga you meet in the club or something like that.
Yeah.
So like you can kind of genetic, or you can see he's 6 feet tall. He got this type of look. He got these color eyes. Like you get to pick genetically what you get from a catalog compared to just meeting a dude, you know, from a club. Because even if you go to a club and you see a dude that you're attracted to, that mean he gonna sleep with you or get you pregnant. And if he does sleep with you, you might not even get pregnant.
Well, also, Mama, I'm gonna go against you. I'm not going against it, but I feel like this also like. When you're dealing with a dude and then you become a single parent from dealing with a man, it's kind of like you in a way, I feel like you settled to be a single mother rather than you going and I can't hold kids. I have fertility issues and I go have a baby. I go and do in vitro, whatever. That's me choosing to be a single mother rather than. Because let's be real, if you meet a woman today or tomorrow and she tell you, well, I have a baby and it comes from, and you're like, oh, well, how is the relationship with your dad? Which most people should ask. And she say, well, my dad, the father of my child is not around because I did this, that, and the third, because I could not produce. He'll be more than likely more open to coming around rather than you being like, girl, Chad Twan on over there on the block, Chad, he ain't seen his child in 3 months. Like, and they gonna be like, damn, what the bitch, I want to love you and your child, but now I got to deal with this fuck nigga coming around Easter, bitch. You want to come and drop out, fuck you in them eggs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of a difference to me. But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this a lot of time. I don't give a fuck who watching. I don't have kids because men do not understand that everybody changes and they don't like to change with the woman and with the baby and with the circumstances. So definitely. I am waiting to have a child until I am married, until we are both equally yoked, until we can sit down and agree. And I'm going to be honest, realistically, until we both have our own things, so that a prenup is not needed in place because we both have our own substance and our own things to bring to the table.
It's weird y'all say people change because I'm a married man with 2 children and change. I ain't see no change. But I also say this, me and my wife, we was locked in like early. So I don't know about when you don't have a child and y'all change or men become possessive. I heard that aspect. I heard that women, start nesting more. She wants you to be around more and all.
But you want to know why you ain't see it? Because y'all was changing and growing together.
I won't even say that because we had growing pains for our relationship, but as far as our children, I don't think the children changed the aspect or the dynamic of our relationship because I'm doing a podcast right now.
Was y'all friends first?
Sort of.
High school sweethearts?
Because I know her 2 years before we actually got started dating.
Oh, y'all was friends first. You or her?
But we wasn't out. Like people, I would say that, but I know her. But I always used to come around because my homeboy knew her, and so he would be like, "Hey, I'm finna go to such and such house. You want to go?" And I go over there, and then it'd be that time. But we never really communicated outside of the friend group. Yeah. Never had communication outside of that. Never had real conversation. Most of the time, we were just smoking and playing cards.
Yeah, but seeing the person, a lot of people don't believe that liquor and weed plays a lot into people's personalities of who they are when you meet them. Because of me sober is not me drunk or me with liquor or weed in my system. Because if y'all would have told me I could have rolled up and fired up in here, y'all would not be probably getting this talkative art. I would have been so mellow. Right. So I feel like you was able to see her in a different setting. You was able to see her in a different setting because I'm gonna be honest, like this kind of goes along with my theory. Like I don't feel like you got to be careful when your friend or homeboy or somebody or a homegirl want to confess they love for you because I done seen you treat women a certain way. I done seen how you done handle men. I done seen your conversation. I done seen how you are in different settings, different times, different seasons. And I feel like to me, that's when it is easier to create a relationship because the same thing, I'm not married to them, but I was with my best friend. We started off as best friends. We ended up together for 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Because I liked how he treated women when he was single and when he was just fucking around, when he had hoes, when he treat every woman. It don't matter if you his hoe, his side chick, a bitch he just met yesterday. He treat every woman that come into his space like a woman. He don't treat you like an object. You are a woman. I'm gonna treat you like that. It don't matter, bitch. You can have your shorts up your ass. Yeah, I'm gonna treat you like a woman. You may not carry it, but I'm gonna treat you like that. Now, whatever happens after that, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it depends, honestly. But y'all changed together. You probably don't see it, but I guarantee you ain't ever looked back at some of y'all old pictures. You like, why the fuck did she let me wear that shit? Why the fuck did I wear that? You ain't never did that.
Hey, I saw
and that's what people. But people are typically like meeting her, and people that know me typically say the same thing about each other. Like I've been the same person pretty much. Like I've been a mellow guy. Always been pretty smart, always been introspective, always have been opinionated. That's typically been me. She's the same way. Like the people say, well, you've been this, you've been that, typically your whole life. So like us changing and who we are, we never really had that because of children. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like the only thing that I would say not changing, but we talked about is like we wanted to make sure that we were a family unit. We understand what kids are up against if we're not locked in. And that's why I tell people I take my marriage very, very seriously. Like I don't play about it at all. And I think that when we get to the point in our community where marriage is a serious conversation, where kids are a real thing, like, and that's my thing is my kids I got a lot of people depending on me. Right. And that's how I look at it. And so like when we have these conversations about somebody that just willingly puts themselves in a position to be a single mother, and even so far to go along to where your child might grow up as well, my daddy at, because everybody else daddy come to the school, and now you say, well, your daddy came from a test tube, and now I got to go to the clinic and see that I'm only here because my father maybe needed some money, or you know what I'm saying? Like that's even more of a fucked up situation to where my daddy might have been broke, or he might not have been broke. He might have just been one of those sick motherfuckers that just want to see his lineage just go on, but he don't want to have the responsibility of the child. And then, some people can have it where I just seen like last week or the week before last, this dude got 25 kids. He donated to
he had more to know that Netflix thing.
No, not Netflix. That's 1,000. That's the doctor. But no, it's another guy. He got like 25 kids, and he put on it when the children reach a certain age, they can contact him and meet him. He got like 25 kids. And so I think that's even more weird that you want to know me after I turn 18 because you're not financially responsible and all this other type of stuff. So like I said, I think it's a lot of weird stuff. And I always say this, you can't put the brain in the box because you would think you would want to have that family dynamic. But like I said, you don't want to, like I said, it's just a lot more responsibility. I know dealing with a children and dealing with a man. And a lot of women can't do both.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Do y'all agree that, or what are y'all opinions or outlooks when it comes to, I don't know what I'm trying to word, how to word what I'm trying to say, but do y'all feel like or agree that sometimes when a child or a single mother has a village or her own crazy like support system so strong to the point where the father not being there is like you can't even tell? Do y'all feel like that's a such thing as that?
No,
Very
because
rare.
no, and the reason I'm gonna say no at all, and the reason why is because our parents are our gods. You're gonna always want to know where you came from. You're gonna always want to know what nutsack or egg you came from.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I got a I'm gonna talk about this. I got a cousin to this day. Everybody fuck with her in the family except for her daddy, his wife, and his children.
Damn.
To this day, 40-something years old, she'll still call just to hear this nigga breathe and then hang up the phone.
She the problem.
You longing for your dad? I can't say you the problem. You want to know your daddy.
Yeah.
And people will be longing for that because you want to know where you come from. You want to know why it wasn't good. And then especially when you know that this man that had you went on and created 2 other children, got married to this woman, and put these 2 children to school. And now you don't want nothing to do with me.
I'm not gonna lie. I would feel like, why am I not good enough? That's
what I think a lot of people feel.
I would feel like, why am I not good enough? Like, what was it about me that wasn't good enough to have your acceptance?
Right.
As a child, as a child or adult, I would feel that way.
All right. I agree. Anything else before we get up out of here? Hey, if y'all, I'm gonna say this real good. If y'all want to donate to the podcast, y'all can. This is the Cash App at the bottom. If y'all want to donate, if y'all want to support us, we need to buy one more camera too.
I feel like everybody's problem with the mommy and daddy issues is everybody want to know where they come from. Everybody want a family.
Mm-hmm.
Who don't dream of being a family? Oh, right. Me being like, we see it on TV all the time. White folks got these big old houses, the kids outside playing with the
Sunday
dad, football with a gated fence. You gotta put the code in before you get in the cul-de-sac or whatever the case is, the complex or the house or wherever you at. Everybody want a family. Everybody want to know their roots. But at the end of the day, if my child wants to know, I'm gonna let my child know because I'm not gonna take that away from my child, and that's selfish. I don't want to be selfish towards my child. Because we've gone this far, we came this far. Why now should I put a stop to it?
Did you grow up in a 2-parent household?
I did, and that's why I say my mama put my daddy on child support for reasons I don't know. But at the end of the day, my daddy wasn't around. But as I was growing up, he came around. And he didn't come around because my mama was like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. He did it because, oh, I got children I need to own up to. And that goes back to accountability and responsibility. So everybody should know their roots, even if they be like, oh, let me go on Ancestor.com or something like that.
Something like that.
Everybody need to know their roots.
I agree. My daddy raised me. So with me not being young, actually not even knowing my mama, recipes, my mama, because she just passed away like a month ago. I didn't know my mama, but when I got to the age of like puberty and stuff like that, I wanted to know, of course, where I came from. And by me being raised by my daddy, he stayed with this woman and that woman. So even still to this day, and I'm 29, I probably got about 6 different women that I call mama because they all played a part of my life.
Right.
And my daddy was around so many different women, but at the same time, I still wanted to know where I get this from, or even this from a personality or a feature. I just wanted to know where it came from. And it was so crazy because when I first met my mama, it wasn't even the first time I met my mama. Cause like I said, I hadn't even seen my mom until I hadn't. Last time I saw my mom was when I was probably like 3. So at that time, being older, I couldn't remember exactly what she looked like.
Right.
I went to a school that was literally around the corner from my mama's house. And I had actually saw my mama before I actually was introduced to my mama. So it's crazy because I literally walked past my mama before.
How did that make you feel?
It, from being a teenager, it made me feel fucked up. It is. I'm not gonna say it was her fault because every situation is different. Mm-hmm. My mama had her mental problems going on, so I didn't feel nothing towards her. And I'm not gonna say I felt nothing towards my daddy. I just felt like, damn, I just felt fucked up because I couldn't recognize my own mama.
Right.
But yeah, you just want to know where you come from, and I feel like that was important. I'm glad I was able to get the opportunity because when I did, me and my mama, we were stuck together like glued. Like
right.
that's my dog, that's my mama.
Y'all last memory.
And yeah,
that's
that my mama was my baby. She still is. But yeah, that's important. Everybody gonna want to know where they came from.
I agree. I'm gonna ask y'all a question real quick before we go. Did y'all see that Kurt Franklin documentary?
No. What is it?
Man, that shit pissed me off so damn bad. So the reason I thought of it because Kurt Franklin father house was literally in front of the school.
Wow.
And he would talk about how he would walk past that house every day going to school. So Kurt Franklin backstory, Kurt Franklin, the guy that Kurt Franklin thought was his daddy wasn't his daddy. But Kurt Franklin tried to get some reconciliation on that guy's deathbed, right? Then basically the guy was like, not really, I don't think I'm your daddy, but he tried to, you could tell, sometimes you could just feel that you ain't somebody, father. But then he said he went to church, and he said when he went to church, a guy had came out and was like, yeah, I think I'm such and such daddy. So long fast forward, him and the guy, when they got a DNA test, come to find out he was Kurt Franklin daddy, right? So they going to meet his mama because him and his mama and his auntie got a bad relationship. But Kurt Franklin grew up around nothing but women. He always talk about this, number women. So he go tell his mama, hey, this dude said he my daddy. So we went and got a DNA test. Come to find out he is my daddy. The mama lying. She said, I've never slept with him. We never been together. All of this, woo, woo, woo. And then, right. So that's how I felt. So then the mom was like, I don't believe you. You lying. So they then go, all of them, the daddy, Kurt Franklin, and the mama go to the DNA place, take a DNA test together. Still comes out that it is Kurt Franklin this man is Kurt Franklin daddy. And the mama still don't admit to it. And he was like, and then like it was like a scene where they all sitting at a table, I guess like at the hospital or wherever they having the conference at, and she was like, it's no way possible. It's no way possible he your daddy would do it. Like she don't want to admit to it all. And then he was like, basically, this is why me and my mama have had a bad relationship because she kept telling me all these different, like it's like 2 or 3 other men that she said
she was fucking.
Yeah.
This gonna say we're gonna have to put her to do the mama trauma.
Yeah.
I think this gonna,
and we actually need to play clips off of that Kurt Franklin, but he was just talking about like how he dealt with it all his life. You gotta think about Kurt Franklin gotta be 60 years old.
Yeah.
Women don't be wanting to really admit to the fact that like
women,
I'm throwing us up under the bus. We be fucking us just as much as these men
be
do.
fucking
more,
and if not more.
Yeah.
And I feel like in that situation, you was just fucking. You got caught up. You got pregnant, so you placed the baby on the man that had probably the most stability.
Yeah,
and that probably looked best to everybody else around you. You didn't want nobody to know you was a hoe. That man was the milkman. That ain't your daddy.
And see, I'm be honest.
that milkman.
That is the bad part. That's the only bad part about women having sex around because you could say you don't ever know who the baby daddy is.
Back then, do y'all think like realistically, I might sound a little slow. Like, do y'all think DNA test was like available back then, like when Kurt Franklin was a child?
No, DNA test didn't come until like the 90s. Yeah, it didn't like you couldn't tell the paternity until like I think like 93 or some shit like that.
So just think how many people are older and you're thinking that man that died is your daddy and that is your daddy.
But it did, and that don't matter.
I know, but it's like, damn, just think how many. That's fucked up because I'm a firm believer in when I have a baby, I don't give a fuck if I'm married. I'm still gonna produce a DNA test because it's always that one family member that's on coke or something that's going on, and they be like, "That ain't that. You don't look like that, baby girl. Fuck you. You don't
I
even
think
know
you
your
should
baby."
do it. They should be mandatory though.
I feel like
They
it should be
should,
mandatory.
and
that should be mandatory.
Do it.
And you want to know why? It's a lot of men, and I don't know if Alabama is a state that does that, but it's a lot of states where even if you are not that child's father, if you have acted as that child's father for so many years, a DNA test don't matter. You still got to pay child support.
Yeah, or if you sign a birth certificate.
Yeah, if you sign a birth
shit,
certificate. Like, I think that's pretty messed up because, like, hold these women accountable just like we hold these men accountable.
Exactly.
Like, no one is better than us.
Yeah, I will say that I agree. We need to hold everybody accountable, especially when it comes to these children, because a lot of people be longing for stuff. But I'm gonna let everybody say their salutations. Jalen, you can go first.
Jalen.
I had a time with y'all. It was my first time here, and I will be back because y'all funny as shit.
Okay.
But yeah, I appreciate y'all so much. And once again, y'all can go follow me on Facebook because I got a creator page at Jalen Janaya, JHAILYN, and Janaya. Y'all know how to spell that, I hope.
Spell it for them for the slow people.
JANYA.
Okay.
And my Instagram is The Real Jalen. Once again, JHAILYN.
Please, somebody call Donald Trump.
Lord.
Oh shit! I look good without the glasses.
Don't gas that man up. You don't understand. Don't put no gas in his tank.
Off-brand Nipsey Hussle.
Oh, fuck.
I can't unsee it now.
Fuck you, Timu Rob way.
No.
You fucking Timu Rob.
Hey, a good comparison. Let's go.
Hey,
You gotta work on your little crack a little better. Come on.
Follow me on Instagram. God damn, see, you got my whole train of thought out. Fuck around.
Nigga, all you gonna do is say your social shit.
I'm just saying I had a little closing remark too. I forgot it now.
Go ahead.
It don't even follow me on Facebook at Christian Jones. Or follow me on Instagram at Catch My Pics. That's catch_my_pics. You don't want to miss it. Follow me on TikTok at Christian Jones 7. I want to give a special shout out to my little guy brother Bram. He out here doing the thing. They got a game tomorrow. He got a game tomorrow at B3. So y'all look on CBS Sports. Check him out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Life Before Death clothing line. You know what I'm saying? I was wearing some of the apparel tonight, so you check it out. You know what I'm saying? Go fuck with my other little brother. You know what I'm saying? Fashion Trap on Instagram. So, but that's all I got.
She want to get on my camera.
That's what I'm saying. You know I ain't got no camera. I ain't sitting in the middle next time. I just didn't forgot about it. But nah, I want to get your flowers before I leave though, because I remember you said that you take your marriage very serious. I love that. I want a lot of people to give you your flowers for that. A lot of marriage is not taking that serious as it should be. But y'all can follow me on all platforms at Ariana Murphy, ARIEONA, Murphy MURPHY. If not, it's always Ari the Goat, ARIETHA, Goat spelled normal. You can follow me on TikTok at Ariana Murphy, y'all. So if you need any of your bartending needs, feel free to hit me up on Facebook at Lit Sips. That's LITSSIPS. That's for any of your beverage needs. I have non-alcoholic. I have alcoholic. I also be on the lookout for exotic pleasures. I will be introducing my new exotic sex line, featuring all types of lingerie, sex toys for single people, relationships, couples, LGBT. I will have everything you need.
You said Kool-Aid? Bebop?
I do. I sell it all, y'all. I actually just started doing my stuff for the kids. I used to only turn up the adults, but y'all know how y'all children, then y'all go buy y'all something. Mom, I want something too. I got you something for the children.
I'm so glad you said B-Box because I'm around the white folks and they call it cool cups. I don't know what that is.
Listen, I got the kind with the candy inside and in the fruit.
No.
And our parents, I got the twist tops. I got the twist tops. So if you turn, you know what I'm saying, you listen to your sex radio, juice won't spill on that back seat. I got the twist tops. So y'all fuck with me.
Yeah, I need the motherfucker you turn her upside down.
I got you. I got all that.
You got me then.
Legacy_made. Shout out to my guys over there at Voltron Printing, Fashion Trapper for the Behan Streetwear Market. Stay tuned for the new date. It's still pending, but we will drop details soon. Make sure you follow the store Legacy_Room_Vintage. Shout out to the New Normal Podcast and all the lovely ladies for joining us tonight. We had a great conversation.
I just want to say I enjoy myself. I want to come back. Invite me for the mama trauma.
Oh, yeah.
The fuck your baby daddies.
Oh, she got something to say.
I got something to say about a little bit of everything.
Oh my God.
I fuck with it. This was something new for me. Like I said, I definitely want to do it again. New merch gonna be coming in. Wigs gonna be coming in. So follow me on Facebook, Detroit Sade. Instagram, TheReal.Sade, SADE. If you don't know how to spell it, Sade like the singer. Yeah, and that's it.
If y'all watching this video, y'all make sure y'all like the video, share the page. We're on all social media platforms and on Instagram. It's New Normal Podcast 20. Thank y'all for tuning in. We gone. Peace.
And I look good.
It's fun.